Yeah, so right behind me is Afodat Culture Home. You know, this guy is doing so amazing job here. He has set up this place to take care of orphans, needy children, and children on the street. I mean, to help them. So you can see right behind me that he has this selected, and we are blessed today to have Mr. Torre from the United States of America, Chicago, to assist these these children, these vulnerable children, you know, by way of supporting them one way or the other. Yeah, Mr. Sami, this is Jibril from Authentic Plus TV, and we are pleased to be hosted by you. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself before we go into what you're doing?
Okay, my name is Samuel Akpalu, born and raised in Cape Coast Central Region, but I'm a Voltarian, and I'm a dancer and a drummer professionally. This is what I do for a living.
Oh, okay. So we have Mr. Sami, who is doing what he just mentioned, you know. But then we also heard about Afodat Cultural Village. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so we've been drumming and dancing for the past 16 good years. We have a culture group, and what inspired us to do the culture village is we found out that when our brothers and sisters, or when our tourists, or when our guests come, they want to have a quality time with us. But most of the time, they sleep in hotels, which is very far away from where we are. So over 16 good years, we started to get a piece of land and do something like an Airbnb or a guest house or maybe a hotel, so that when our guests come, they normally come for drum lesson and dance lesson. That's what I do for a living, drumming and dancing. So whenever they come to Africa, they want to get closer to where we are so that we can have the drum and dance lesson. So that's why the Afodat Culture Group came about.
That's what the Afodat Culture Group came about. But then let's look at your main project here. What motivated you to have, you know, all these kids, the needy ones, you know, brought all together under one umbrella and supporting them? What was your motivation?
The motivation is, as I said earlier on, I was also on the street. So after completing senior high school, there was no help, even though I passed my exams, but there was no help because my parents were having 5 kids, and some of them are in universities, others are doing another job. So when I completed school, there was no funding. So I was on the street, and I know what it takes to be on the street. So the talent that I have, the drumming and dancing, I said, no, let me use the talent that I have to bring those on the street or those who are on the same level with me, use the African drumming and dancing to bring them together and to raise funds to support ourselves. So I was once on the street taking care of myself at the age of, I think, 9 or 10.
Wow.
Yes, because the story is different. Most African parents give birth to support them on their fishing or their farming expenditure. So this kid that you saw over there, some of them, when they are going to school or whatever they do with their life, as at that age 9 or 10, their parents don't care. Just giving birth to help them on whatever they are doing. But to give them direction in life, they have to go to school, they have to take 100% responsibility of them. Sometimes it's not coming, it's not their fault because there's no job here, there's nothing here in this village. They're just farming to feed themselves.
Okay. So what are you doing to keep these children here, or what are you teaching them?
So here we have 15 plots, 100 by 100, 15 plots. So if I'm not lying, let's say 2 times the size of a stadium, a normal stadium. So we are trying to put up a culture village here to unearth the talent of these young kids. Some of them may have talent in drumming and dancing, and others too, we have to shape them. Even though some of them may not have talent in drumming and dancing, but they go to school. So we use the drumming and dancing to bring them together, then explain to them why is it important for them to go to school. So normally, the drumming and dancing is the major here, and we are adding education, the educational aspect to it, to change the narrative of this village and also Ghana as a whole, because this is our own little way of giving back to the society. Teaching the kids the drumming and dancing, unearth their talents in them. Some of them are into acrobatics, some of them are into this fireworks and other stuff, and others are into drumming, spoken word. They do poetry recital. So these are the areas that we are putting these kids also, and also make sure they take their education serious. So as you can see, the first room that you saw over there, that is the art and craft shop. That is when our visitors come. They are going to have their batik tie and dye, their African wear, their beads, and other stuff. That is the art and craft. And the second one is a mini mall. You know, this place is a bit far from Cape Coast, so when you come here, we don't want you to go back to Cape Coast. So we are going to have some of the groceries that maybe if you are here or if you are lodging here, you will get toothpaste, brush, Milo, and those small other stuff. We are going to have like a mini mall over there. That's the second room. And the third room is the wine and alcohol. That's where we are going to sell our drinks, the wine and other stuff. Then over there is the 3-bedroom Airbnb. That is where I live now. And I have a 4-seater toilet and bath for guests, female, and another 4-seater toilet and bath for male. And over there is our kitchen. So it's a very big kitchen with storeroom. So when you come here, you can go there, order for your food, come and sit here, relax, take your drinks, then order for your food, sit here, enjoy our performances, eat and drink. And over there is my office. And this is the stage, and over there is the change room. And this is where you are going to sit and enjoy your drinks and food. And over there, this one is 3-story. It's 6 room, each one with its own hall, porch, toilet and bath, and a small kitchen for you as an Airbnb. So this is a 3-story. We just completed the first one, and hopefully if more funding comes, we are going to complete it. And also over there we have our fish pond where we are going to do tilapia and catfish, so that when you come here, we can do point and kill.
All right.
And there is a massive project here. When you look at your back there, this is my garden. So we eat what we grow, and we grow what we eat. So everything that we eat here is fresh from our farm. As you can see, we have plenty plantain over there. We have cassava, we have maize, we have turkey berry, we have contombre, we have tomatoes, I have yam. So we have a whole lot of stuff that we need here to feed ourselves. So we have a farm here, and maybe next year I'm going to add livestock to it. We are going to rear goats, sheep, and poultry like chicken, so that we can use the egg to feed the restaurant and eat the meat.
Okay, so you are doing all this stuff to be able to generate some fund to support
these kids. Yes.
So for how long have you started out this place?
At this place, we bought it 5 years ago.
5 years.
But all this was just last year. We did it just last year because we saved money for that. It was my lifetime savings for over 15 good years.
Over 15
yeah,
years.
So I think this place over $40,000 is gone, more than 40,000. The one that I documented is $40,000, but the others I didn't even take note.
You are doing a lot. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's money.
The land. The price of the land is not part. I'm talking about the building.
The
infrastructure over 40,000. Just a year. Last year it was gone. I got it through my shows in Europe. Yeah, I went to Belgium. I went to Qatar. I went to Kenya. I went to Rwanda. I went to Germany. I toured Munich, Hamburg, and Berlin. Then I went to UK. I was in London for Ghana Music Award UK. I was nominated for Best Culture Act last year, and this year too I've been nominated. And I'm going.
Congratulations. then you are doing great. You are doing great.
Yeah.
So when you started supporting these kids, what are some of the challenges that you
It's
faced?
not easy. It has never been easy. We always have a challenge because one person taking care of 15 grown-up people and 65 kids alone, and this is my main occupation. This is my main work, and this is what I do for a living, drumming and dancing. And our main source of income normally comes from performances and workshop. So you can imagine if you are there within 6 months, 3, 4 months without no show, how are we going to feed ourselves? And even As you are sitting here taking care of your own son or maybe one child or two children, you know the responsibility and the difficulties. How much more about 65 kids and 15 grown-ups? It's never easy. But we are trying our best. We are not giving up. By God's grace, every month we have like 1 or 2 shows to support ourselves. We've never been there like 2, 3, 4 months without any show. I think every week, every month, we have performance and we get something little to feed ourselves and also to support the kids. So this is what we've been doing.
Wow.
And sometimes some of the stuff that we grow in the farm, we used to sell. If we have in abundance, we used to sell some to support, to buy exercise book and school uniform and other stuff for them. So as you can see, all this cassava, it runs through to that side. We can't eat it all. Sometimes we sell some in Cape Coast, to feed ourselves.
But you have some individuals also
I've never gotten any support for this. Past 16 good years, I've been doing this alone, and my main income normally comes from performances and workshop. And when I meet people like this, I tell them my story, and if it touches their heart, they support. But I don't have any support or any grant from anywhere for over 16 good years. I'm doing this all alone. No, I'm doing all this.
Any NGO?
Yes, not. I'm doing all this.
But have you been writing to some NGOs?
We've been writing numerous proposals and other stuff. The documentary that we did, we've sent a copy to the American Embassy, the French Embassy, and the British Embassy. We are waiting for a response.
You are yet to receive some response. Oh, okay. So British Embassy,
the French Embassy, and the American Embassy.
And the American Embassy. I mean, our brother here is doing a lot. We have written to you, so we are here to receive response from you to support these little ones. Towards he's doing a lot. One person is doing such an amazing job here. If you look around, you see a lot that he's doing. He need our support. He need you and I. But then, you hold the bigger lamb. So come and then lift him up. Come and hold his waist, lift him up, and support these little ones. Support his brand. He's a performer. He's an artist. He's doing a lot. Whatever he gets, he uses to support these little ones. I think he's doing so much. So what do you see Afoda Culture Village maybe 5 years from now? What's your expectation? Or your vision?
For the next 5-6 years, we want this place to be one of the busiest tourist places that people will be visiting, because we have a lot in stock for you. Because here is not just tour, but you are going to have an experience. When you come here, there's a lot. You are going to have history about our people, our identity, and ourselves. We have people who are going to do that. We are going to have traditional African music and dance, our indigenous music and dance of our ancestors, the history of ourselves. And also here, you are not going to eat anything plastic or those things that they've added chemicals to it. Everything that you are eating here is fresh from our farm. And we are going to teach you, if you wish, we are going to teach you how to cook some of our local food stuff, and also we are going to test our local beverages. We have over 30 local beverages. The Sobolo, the Bissau, the Lamogin, the Brukutu, then a whole lot of... Yes, the original. So everything that you are going to taste or eat here is natural. Yes, it's fresh from our own farm and garden. So here is going to give you rich experience and rich culture about our people in Ghana. And we are taking you back to the early centuries of life of our ancestors. So this is a different thing. You never have this in any place in Ghana. We are taking you back. While some people are moving forward, we are taking you back to the early centuries of life.
But just in memory lane.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We are taking you back. So your final word?
And my final word is one person cannot do it alone. Together, we can make the world a better place to live. So let's come together and support our community and support this kid, because together we can make this world a better place to live. That's my final word.
Thank you very much. This is Jibril. Kindly subscribe to Authentic Plus TV. We are promoting culture, we are promoting Africa, we are promoting businesses. So just come on board and be part of the family. I need your support to be able to reach a greater number of people with all this information. And let's support my brother here, Mr. Samuel Akpalu, who is doing a lot for kids within the community. His arm is too short to reach everybody. But with your support, he can go far. So let's do it for him and let's support the whole world. Thank you, and then see you in the next video.
Wait, and make sure you subscribe to his channel, because the more audience we get, the more our story goes viral. So
and
make sure
Authentic Plus TV. So
Authentic Plus TV. Make sure you subscribe, my brothers and sisters. If you are watching us, share the link to a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to subscribe. The more family that we get, then our story will go viral to support the community. Thank you very much.
That's all. Thank you. That's right. Hello, Mr. Terrell. You've come all the way to Cape Coast, but you didn't just come to the castle and then to also have a feel of the festival, but then you have extended a hand of benevolence to a special home in Apeuska, Bremso, a suburb of Cape Coast, where we have Afodat Cultural Village. It's a beautiful place, and we can see that the man here is doing well. So I just want to find out what motivated you to do what you just did for these, needy children.
Well, when I was setting up the trip and in contact with Renaissance Cultural Tours, they told me about a chance to give back. And giving back to people that look like me is a great thing. I realized that I am blessed to be able to give back, and giving back to something that's tangible and you can see. I saw the kids, I saw the place, I believe in them. It makes it a whole lot easier.
It makes it a whole lot easier. So does this remind you of a child was you were growing up, seeing a group of kids together?
It reminded me of many years ago, with my friends barefoot, running up and down the street, trying to do what kids do. But I had it a little easier. I had supportive parents. I had systems that were designed to make me succeed or make it easier for me to succeed. These kids, they basically need us.
They basically need us. So when you visited here and looking at what one man is doing to support these needy children within the community, what would you first of all want to tell Sami, the owner of this place?
To keep it up, it takes courage to step out on a limb and do something that you believe in. And the belief that he has in this is contagious. We come here, we can feel it from his soul that this is something he's meant to do, not something that he wants to do. I think God has put him here to do this.
All right. So what would you then finally tell your colleagues in the diaspora who are blessed with something and probably want to give out? Would you recommend Afodat home?
I recommend Afodat. Get in touch with Renaissance Cultural Tours. Tell them you want to donate to the school and the kids, and they'll take it from there.
Okay, so kindly, wherever you are, if you want to come to Ghana, get linked up with Renaissance Cultural Tour. He will give you the best of all the tours that you need. And then when he's bringing you down here too, he wants you to, as it were, extend a hand of benevolence to some of these little ones, especially when you have come down to your homeland or your motherland. I mean, Renaissance Cultural Tour, throughout the country is the best because it gives you the best of tour. I think you can attest to that.
It gives you everything.
It gives you everything. So on this note, we want to end here, and then just as you're going back, I know you're going to come back next time and come back bigger, to support these little ones.
I'm going to even support them from the United States.
That is very good. That is so good. That's so inspiring. It's going to support them even from the United States. So this is what we are looking for, to help give back to society, because if we do not have these little ones, they are going to be social deviants within the society, and the
We
purpose
can't
for
have
which,
that.
yes. So I want to thank you once again for coming.
Thank
you
you.
so much, Mr. Terrell.
Hey, lovely people, this is your boy, Beto from Renaissance Culture Tour. You know how I do it. When I come your way, it's more exciting and more fun and all that kind of things. I mean, I want you guys to support my brother, Jibril of Authentic Plus TV. Please go to YouTube, type Authentic Plus TV and subscribe and click on the notification button so that you can have authentic news, authentic interviews, authentic everything. You know how you do it. Authentic Plus TV. Back on me.
Back home.